So, as most people celebrate this time of year, New Year, happiness, cheer, parties, people getting drunk, people being happy, people celebrating the passage of time. Not for you though. New Year catches all of you mixed feelings. Botched operation, failed job. In your line of business, failed jobs means usually death. And so it happens. One of your hunts. On New Year's Eve, the back streets of Detroit. Tragedy struck. As you were chasing this rather sadistic vampire killer who'd been preying on the local homeless. Had a few victims to his name. Had him cornered. Thing was going according to plan. One last job before the year ends. And well, Liam and Jade, you managed to eventually catch the guy. Corner him before one heavy sword swing, and a few gunshots later, his body kind of burnt as the flames took him. And yet, you could not find your dad. And then you just heard it. Loud, booming noise in the distance. Noise that reverberated and echoed throughout the streets. And by the time you rushed back, there was his body, burnt to a crisp. As if thousands of bolts of electricity surged through his body all at once. Lifeless. Well, time was short. People were probably already on the move, and well, at least one thing was certain. Done by a supernatural creature, as normal people didn't seem to perceive the other charred and horrible state he was in. A few days later, Uncle Melchior shows up in a van. Well, he was not that far away, but well, he's not alone. Apparently, he has a daughter. She was the driver. There was a short funeral, but now the hunting life calls to you again. As the two of you have no real connections, honestly. You are very limited. Most of the hunts were sort of kept by your dad. He kind of had the contacts, the people, the phone numbers. You do not have that. Mostly learning. And Liam, your supernatural heritage has always been kept secret from other hunters, other individuals, even other supernaturals. The only people who were allowed to see it were those that you knew were gonna die in seconds after that. The only person who would have been let in on the secret would be Melchior. Of course, he would know to also do not reveal this, as be many hunters out there that will be very less understanding and less open-minded about someone such as Liam. Whereas, well, for most of them, Angels are just another type of monster to be killed. And they will... Some may take a more nuanced approach, but there are others who will not. And you never know which ones you're gonna meet on the road. Because otherwise, Liam just kind of looks like a normal individual. There's no way to really tell until he unleashes his angelic gift. And so we find ourselves January 1st, 2021, still in the back streets of New York, next to a van that's probably gonna be your home for a while. There are 4 people. And one very, very drunk uncle.
Wait, who's the fourth person?
I've said one of which is a very, very drunk uncle.
Okay. Absolutely.
It's the first time Vivian met Jade and Liam.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
You, like, at this point, you would have probably had a few moments to at least kind of know each other's name and maybe make some very small talk. But you definitely don't know one another, depending on how much your dad would have told you about them. I presume it's not that much.
In the few months we've been together, he probably would have been trying to like tell them about like trying to tell her about like all the stuff he does, which would include like, oh yeah, my brother has kids,
I think
good kids.
I'll say this. I think the most important part would have been the fact that apparently Liam has a supernatural heritage, and that's a big no-no. Do not tell anyone about this. He will be killed.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have mentioned that fact. Not yet, she'll get there.
You're not gonna tell her that?
It probably hasn't come up yet. It's the first one. Oh yeah, you have a cousin. He's half angel. That doesn't cut. It's just he didn't think that they'd be meeting this soon.
Okay.
You really think he plans this stuff out, Grant? He's a procrastinator.
I guess that's yeah. You would say that, yeah. And never mind, you don't know anything about Liam's heritage, and you barely talk to these people. That they seem, even compared to you, who, well, I mean, you didn't have a easy upbringing, but at least you had half a parent, I would say, because your mom, she would have at least spent time with you and did like normal things, as much as time would permit. These two, they seem even more antisocial and wild than you are. So yeah, it is an awkward situation with the 4 of you kind of around the RV, celebrating New Year's as fireworks can be heard in the distance.
You guys.
Sorry, I'll let you go.
So you guys got any New Year's resolution?
Not really. Not be dead, I guess. One of them. I mean, shit. I don't know. Kill a couple more than I killed last time. I guess. What about you? What do you, New Year resolution?
How do you say? Get better at what I'm doing. Maybe up the social part. Still not used to it.
Well, you're a bit ahead of me, so I think you're doing all right.
Dad did not take us back to back at prom. we didn't
What?
exactly. Not many school friends.
What prom?
that was the joke.
I know.
You guys never snuck in?
Nope. I do 50 push-ups.
Dancing with a bunch of other awkward teenagers wasn't really that exciting.
So what
So
do
we got a bit weird. We just showed up there.
so what do you guys do? Do you have any hobbies?
Uh, most of our hobbies are what I, I guess, play online games, things like that. Not sure about this nerd over here. She kind of like bumps her.
Hey, we could have fucking told a nerd, man.
Yeah, he's the less social aspect of the relationship here, I guess.
Hobbies for training and more training. Jumping jacks.
Jade, you gotta get your insults right. Your brother's a lunk, not a nerd. You're a nerd.
I think
you still have computers around. I most use my phone to like scroll shit.
that's true. That's right. I forgot you're the knucklehead then. What about you, Vivian? Friends left behind or anything like that? Proms you went to?
I mean, I'm not sure if you can call them friends. I mean, there were people at the organization I was, but we moved a lot and didn't really have much time for friends. Yes. I got a lot of trainers. I mean, from combat training to everything else. I guess there's some things I did. I mean, prom was never one of them. But I guess, I mean, we did go clubbing or go out once or twice a month or something. I mean, I guess it's something.
Yeah, it's definitely something.
So you guys didn't do that either?
Sometimes when I can slip away, Dad wasn't paying attention. Go to a couple parties. Most of the stuff is not clubs, I'll say. Someone's basement, maybe. Fancy someone's house. I wasn't. It was just a fun time, you know. Nothing too fancy.
It was boggled my mind, though. Your old man turned out to be way more like your grandfather than we all expected. You know, he was actually more of a fun guy than me back when we were younger.
I can't really imagine that.
Guess he saw it up of age. I don't know. Maybe the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, something like that.
Yeah, isn't like he gave us much of a reference point. So, oh, go ahead.
I guess we can do more of that. At least a little bit. Have some fun.
Sure, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be good in crowds. A little too close touching and all that, you know? Probably bring down the mood.
I mean, I guess we can bring the party home and drink at home, but I mean, that would look sad. Sad, yes, it would look sad.
Only sad if you're alone, honey. It's social if there's at least two people.
I mean,
That's
not
why I'm
if
drinking
it's your
now.
dad and you, so,
Yeah,
I think... Go ahead.
yeah, because I can assume that Vivian's trying to bring out an olive branch here. So,
Yeah.
sure, I won't promise I won't won't have a little bit of awkward thing going on, but it wouldn't hurt to try, right?
I tried with alcohol, but something to sneak away. When he was sleeping and napping. That stealth training came in handy when it came to avoiding his gaze.
It was a lot easier for me than it was for you. I'm not the one he was training.
Wasn't he training you?
No. Just the basic stuff. At least not to get me killed. I'm usually the person in the chair.
So he's the special boy?
Yeah.
About that. Ooh, that reminded me. Hey, Vivian, can I talk to you for a second?
Sure.
He'll like take her aside for like a minute as he just says, "So there's something I forgot to mention about your cousin, Liam. He's a bit different. Listen, you know how when you first saw me shooting around magic, you were kind of surprised, right?
Yes.
It's like that, except magic adjacent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Okay. Got it.
He's got wings.
What?
Listen. It's
Is he
your
like
uncle.
a dragon or something?
Oh no, bird wings.
Bird wings.
Yeah. Your uncle was never very clear on what happened. Who knows? Maybe he was cursed when he was born or something like that, but he's mostly normal for the most part. Just don't freak out, when he pulls the flaming sword.
Flaming sword?
Yeah, but that's a family heirloom. That's
I was gonna say,
Got it,
Melchior, you
got
have no fucking idea where he got.
Yeah, listen, I'm sure my brother found it somewhere.
I mean, yeah, you stumble upon like artifacts every now and then. It's not like
Exactly. Listen.
Got it. Don't freak out.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, I can keep my cool, but I mean, wings? Really?
Well, I don't know if he can fly with them. Maybe they're just for decoration.
Okay, that's a lot.
Listen, it's not even the weirdest thing you'll probably end up seeing.
Fine. I mean, I've seen some things while I was hunting, but fine. Who is he?
Yeah, just like I always say, play it cool. Alright, good talk.
your phone is
Good job.
ringing, Melchior, as you're like.
Ooh, you guys start the whole party without me. I'll take this.
Jesus. Yeah, sure. I can give you his stash of. He likes to pretend we don't know where it's at if you want.
Sure, why not?
Hey.
Yeah, you know where your dad keeps the alcohol.
Yeah. I mean,
It's her van after all.
there's some back there.
Yeah, sure. I find a good radio station.
And for a New Year's drink, late Sylvester.
Yeah, as Melchior, it's an unknown number.
It's probably, honestly, a not too uncommon occurrence for him to get unknown numbers, right?
Nope.
Yeah. He'll answer it and just say, "This is M."
Mr. Jackson, calling you
Yeah.
to first of all offer my condolences. I've heard your brother passed.
Grant, did you mean to say Jackson?
Yeah, he said Mr. Jackson. That's how he introduced himself.
Oh! I thought you said he was calling me Mr. Jackson.
It's just that this is him, and I was like, "Hello, I'm Mr. Jackson."
Okay. No, he said no. He said this is M.
This is M. God. I'll be like, oh God, if you say that, never mind. I need to make fun of you now. If you say that, you'll kind of be like, you know who you are, Mr. Lawson.
Great. What can I do for you?
My name is Mr. Jackson, and I'm calling. First of all, to offer my condolences to the passing of your brother.
Travels fast.
I have eyes and ears everywhere, and it's very hard to miss a, a thunderbolt from the sky.
And at least you went quick. A lot better than a lot of other guys I knew.
Now that he is dead, it falls upon you to continue his job. Not sure
Yeah,
how much are you aware of what was his situation?
Well, besides traveling around the country, killing things that go bump in the night, and well, kill random people.
Do you know about his son? Your nephew?
Yeah, I know about him. How do you?
It's my job to know, Mr. Lawson. Let's just say that me and others, we've been working to keep him hidden as much as possible. Changed birth records, altered dates, made the story fit better, not just for normal eyes, but for supernatural ones too.
You and Hunter work together, or was this pro bono?
Nothing is pro bono in this life.
Yeah, sarcastic.
Unfortunately, it seems he was found out, and whoever took out your brother is still out there and hunting for, well, your nephew. I encourage you to get on the road now and, well, travel either east or west. Do not travel south.
It's not a whole lot east, is there? We're near New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
South. Actually, no, he won't say anything.
Okay.
We're waiting for a response from you.
East or west, I'm sick. Oh. He's already buried, so we weren't planning on staying here much longer anyway. If something's after us, well then I guess we'll have to hit the road sooner rather than later. Appreciate the heads up, Mr. Jackson.
One more thing. Pro bono thing. Taking care of these kids will be difficult, but I will do my best to try and different individuals. Let's give you some time, put some distance. There's another problem, like you should be aware of.
All right, go on.
Your wife.
We
Sure.
were never married.
And your the mother of your daughter.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about that incident?
Vivian told me it was a hunting accident. So, well, mission gone wrong. You're telling me this is related then?
Hopefully not. But I do know that I believe something bad happened south. That's where my intel suggests they were a Helsing cell operative. If you don't know anything about that, then I'll have to keep digging. Keep in touch and be careful.
Sure thing.
Good luck to you.
Probably see you around then.
You will hear from me soon, sooner rather than later. Hopefully with better news. Close off the phone call.
I'll probably like stand there for a minute, you know, as he just like composes himself, and as he turns back to the car, he's got his like usual facade on. All right, guys, minor change of plans. We're gonna take this party on the road, all right?
New job?
Nah, just honestly, I fucking hate Detroit.
So where are we going?
He lied to you, Jade, by the way.
No, that's not a lie, Grunt. He hates Detroit. What do you mean?
Kind of lied to you. New job?
Okay. Okay, I got
I'm not the only one who's gonna suffer. Everyone's gonna suffer with me.
Listen, listen, I didn't think it was a new job. I don't think a job is fuck out of here.
Being
If
shifted.
it was like, hey, fuck out of here, go kill something west, I'd be like, yeah, sure.
She doesn't say anything, but she does just narrow her eyes slightly at him, but doesn't say anything outright.
All right. You kids focus on drinking and making merry. I will drive the car for now.
You know, it's still my van. So I'm driving.
You don't want to drink with the cousins?
I don't want you to wreck my van.
You were
I'm not
drunk.
gonna wreck your. I'm not drunk. I had like 3 beers.
That's enough.
Yeah, to wet my throat. You kidding me? Maybe 3 glasses of vodka.
I mean,
Come on, I poured beer in my cereal. It's
He
like a
has.
soft drink. You know, in Europe, they count beer as soft drinks, not even alcoholic.
I think it's still alcohol. And you shouldn't drive under the influence, so I'm driving. I can still talk to them.
Fine. You're missing out, though.
We can make a stop and like we can stay in camp somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Nighttime.
Oh,
Slammed. Shindig. That's, yeah, that. What do you could say these days?
oh god, he really is drunk.
He is. Dad, where do we want to go? Any
I'm
place?
feeling. As he like licks his finger and like waves it around, claps his hands. West.
West.
I hear life is peaceful there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let's
Mhm.
go west.
Anything in particular in West?
Corn. Jeans.
Money is a finite thing we have to worry about, so I'm not too sure how much we have right now.
Just make up some fake credit card informations.
I
Okay.
don't think that works.
It wouldn't be a scam if it didn't work.
Is he always like this?
Usually he's worse.
Oh god.
Pat you on the shoulder. That's your blood right there.
Yes, it is.
Go on.
You can't choose family.
Sadly. Let's get going then.
To the west.
Wherever that may take us.
Set out on the road, leaving the beautiful city of Detroit behind.
Yeah, yeah.
And well, guess you would be drinking a bit, relaxing. Eventually, you three would fall asleep, I guess, as Melchior is just driving.
No,
Vivian
No?
is driving.
Oh,
Listen,
yeah.
I would have sobered up by a certain point.
Can't believe
yeah,
it.
I think if I'm not sure if Liam's falling asleep or not, but Jay will wait for a moment in time to ask Melkor a question.
Yeah.
So, you want to tell me exactly why we're leaving so quickly, or you just want to pretend like nothing's going on?
I would prefer to pretend. You wouldn't mind.
Is it bad? Are we in trouble? How fucked are we here?
Hunters, we're always in trouble.
Yeah, we usually don't run. We usually deal with the problem at hand. After
You
your,
run all the time.
well, it was after your phone call you decided that we needed to get out of town. What did they say?
Well, they said that there might be some people looking. And when you don't know what you're hunting, and you don't know what's hunting you, it's best to leave. So you can learn about it and come back later. It's like rule number 1.
Does it have something to do with Dad?
Probably.
Okay. Okay. I'll leave it alone for now, Uncle Mel, but can't hide this shit forever.
Are you kidding me? Listen, I've hid shit for decades. I'm a master at hiding shit.
Yeah, but eventually it comes out. She kind of like looks pointedly at the Vivian who's far driving.
I wasn't hiding the fact that I had a daughter, alright? It never came up.
Just never thought it would be important enough to say anything about it.
I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't important enough to be visited, so I mean, that's a thing.
It's complicated, alright?
Yes.
Jay gives you a look, Vivian, from the weird mirror, basically.
It's...
You know what?
If you really want... Listen, I'm sorry I didn't visit earlier, right?
Yes, you're here now. I mean, I visited you, but I mean, that's a thing.
Melchior does not look comfortable. It's... It's, let's focus on making up time for it now, right?
Yes, you're right. I mean, we're here now. Gotta make the best of it.
Exactly. Melchior is contemplating the idea of maybe he should get struck by lightning.
Presume then, who goes to sleep first?
Probably Liam, I'd say.
Yeah, kind of this. I call this a van. It's more like an RV. So yeah, Liam, you just
Yeah.
kind of somewhere to crash for now.
Liam doesn't want to think too much. He just falls asleep.
and you have a interesting dream. You open your eyes, and guys, you're no longer in the RV. You are in front of this large golden gate, shining so bright you can barely look at it. You have to cover your eyes to protect yourself. All around you, you feel this sort of warmth emanating. You hear words, can't really make them out. Or there's a quick shake as you open your eyes as the RV kind of hit one of the potholes. But even now, as you are awake, you glance out the window. There's a feeling of longing. Felt that place was calling to you.
I have often dreamed.
Don't you do this.
Who's the second one who goes to sleep?
I assume Jade would. Headphones on and everything.
Jade, as eventually you put your headphones on, music blasting, and eventually you drift off to the rhythmic sound of the car engine and the wheels on the pavement and down the street. And as you fall asleep, there's a moment where you realize you kind of open your eyes as the RV is empty. Everyone's gone. Instead of music playing in the headphones, there's these whispers. Can't really understand what they're trying to say, but they sound desperate, as if many voices are speaking over one another. And as you maybe look out the window, the world at the horizon has seemingly is being swallowed up into this enormous black hole, as the land itself is being torn apart, as you feel the RV getting lifted off the ground. And in that moment of maybe panic and confusion, you gasp as you wake up. It's the dream. Just a nightmare. But you could swear that there was one thing you've heard before you woke up. That half a second between dreamland and reality. Someone called out your name. Melchior.
Yo.
Assume you will be the third one to eventually fall asleep, drunk as per usual.
Keep some voices away.
Does them away for certain. And as eventually you fall asleep, there's this smell that wakes you up. Smell of burning flesh as you suddenly open your eyes and you're in front of this house. You hear screams from inside as people are trying to rush out. There's something blocking them as they are burning inside, dying. There's screams of fear, anger, desperation echo within your mind. The smell, truly horrifying. Suddenly, you snap awake. The reason why you snapped awake is because amongst those screams, the voice you recognized. The voice of daughter's mother.
Oh my god, Christian killed my fling.
And last but not least, Vivian, you have to sleep at some point. So
Yes, yes.
you're gonna like park the car and take like a power nap, or you're gonna
Yeah, just gonna park somewhere and just take a sleep.
as you sort of stop the engine. Glance out the window, you think you see someone staring at you from the parking lot, covered in shadows.
Does it move?
I mean, no, seems like they're standing over there.
So she's not sleeping, she's still awake.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of shake. I mean, you pinch yourself, you're awake.
She's gonna grab her gun and a flashlight.
As
And
as you reach for your check your gun, you check your flashlight, you exit the RV.
Yes.
As you pop open the door, whoever was out there is gone. Do like a quick around, you search for anything, anyone. Nothing.
Just gonna go in the van again. Lock every door.
And as you lock the doors, there's one quick glance out the window. I did save the picture. First NPC picture.
Ooh.
You see this crazed eye woman, almost with her face braced up against the window, staring at you, covered in darkness.
Hello, new wife.
As you blink and she's gone. That's where we'll be ending the session.